What's up, DJ fan? Welcome to another video on the channel. Welcome to another episode of Start to Spin. My name is Diego, also known as DJ Pretty Boy, alongside my boy Shay, also known as DJ Shay. And together we started this journey to talk about DJ related content, such as tips and tricks, our experiences, our knowledge, and just share it with you guys. So whether you are a seasoned DJ or a new DJ just getting started, this is the spot to be. And with that being said, let's go ahead and roll this intro.
Yo,
Hi, what's up, guys? Welcome to another video, another event. And today,
number 34.
yeah, and today we are gonna be talking about something very, very important that everyone. I don't know if everyone actually knows how to do this. We're gonna speak on our, from our the way we do it for our knowledge, and basically is how to follow up with leads and turn those prospects into customers. Now, it's a difficult task, but sometimes your work just speaks for you. Sometimes you gotta put a little bit more work into getting this customers or these prospects and turn them into customers. So we're gonna talk about all this stuff, and we're gonna unveil our secrets. Yeah.
We'll see. Or maybe some of us, in my case, maybe I need to learn some secrets because I'm dealing with this right now and having some difficulties with some of the leads that I'm trying to do. And so looking forward to everybody.
Before we start, keep in mind that Shay is in a new area, brand new DJ to this area, so he's gonna be telling us what's going on right now, and then we can just talk about it. If you guys have anything to share with us, and that we can do, or that he can do to make this happen, then we'll gladly appreciate it, and we'll definitely read it and have a conversation with you guys on it. So go ahead, Shay.
And whatever, and anything else. So if there's something else you guys want to talk about, we usually end up switching the topics within like 20 minutes or whatever anyways, depending on how the conversation goes. So just comment away, and we'll talk about it. But this is coming up. It comes up for us all the time, but it's coming up for me right now because I don't have any gigs on the book, and I'm trying to get my name out there and get more leads and turn those leads into gigs. So I think we talked about like on a previous show, like how to get gigs and like get the leads in the first place. But this is more like want to talk about what you do once you have a lead, right? So my general rule of thumb is, obviously the best leads you can get are the ones where you get word of mouth, like a previous client or somebody saw you at an event, somebody was recommended you by somebody else that they trust. In my case, or like, a lot of times if you don't have a big name yet, you might not have your name might not be out there yet. So, there's not going to be that many people talking about you. People haven't seen you perform yet. So, when you're trying to get, I guess, more cold leads, one of the things that I'm doing is doing Google ads and also Yelp ads. And those are most of the leads that I'm getting right now. Now, if you guys have used Google or Yelp on your own, it's usually you search like, all right, best DJ or best whatever restaurant in the area. And then you look through it and you look at the menu, see what looks good. For a DJ, I feel like most of the people that are looking on there, they're not always necessarily looking for like the best DJ, or a lot of times I feel like people on there, they might be looking for like the best price DJ. So what just ends up happening is you're kind of being compared with the other DJs that pop up there for as far as price. And that's kind of the thing that I feel like I'm dealing with when I get those types of leads. I've also gotten a couple leads from just like social media, like just connecting with event planners and like, hey, I'm new in the area. People message me like, if they have an event that they need. But I just started doing that. So I've really only gotten like one lead like that. But that was a good way I was getting leads before back in New York. So in terms of turning those leads, like so Diego, I'll put it back on you then. Let's say once, not a word of mouth lead, not one where it's like a previous client. Somebody's like reaching out to you. Maybe they heard about you I don't know. Maybe I don't know how do people hear about you? Maybe they say they found you on Google, or they saw. Let's say you posted an ad somewhere, a picture of your DJ company. What's your first step like when you get a lead from somebody and they like give you an inquiry for if whether you're available for an event or not?
All right. Well, first of all, all leads are not created equal. So there's two different leads, as you mentioned. As you mentioned while you were talking, there's a cold and there is a warm lead. A warm lead, basically, it's already, and you already said it. It's somebody that already saw you, probably like a previous client or someone that was there at the event that you did, and then they asked for your car, and then they're calling you and getting, trying to get you back. A cold lead, it's someone that Google you up. They Google DJs in the area, and they're starting like pretty much asking for prices. So if it's a cold lead, the first thing I will do is, they go into my website, they type all the information, I get the email. First thing is answer within 24 hours. That's the first thing, and that's a rule of thumb that I have. I don't know how everyone else does it. I don't know if you guys do it differently. If you wait 48 hours or 72 hours to reply, let me know, and let me know why.
I try to do it like within the hour if I can. As soon as I get it, I'm trying to do it. If I'm late.
So me too. I try to do it like as soon as possible, like within an hour or so. Obviously, not like right there in the seconds. You don't want to sound like
this guy's waiting for gigs.
Yeah. So at least for me, like I'm like, maybe if I get the lead at like 8 or 9 in the morning, I'll wait until like 3 in the afternoon, 3 or 4 in the afternoon, when I know like majority of people already like almost done working or done from work. So I will reply to that email, and first thing I say is, hello, thank you very much for your interest or your inquiry on our services. And based on what they said, I will go ahead and put it on the email. But I do, thank them for taking the time to inquiring about our services. And if I don't see that they say what will be the price, I would directly be like, I would love to have a meeting with you guys. It's completely free. It's just a way to get to know each other and see if I am the best fit for you. Not, and then I put it on the bottom. I always put, not every DJ is set. It's what do I say? I have it like automated. I already have it automated because I have it saved. So every time I need it, I just copy and paste to do it faster. But I say something, I don't know word for word, but not every DJ is meant for every single event. So, and I want to make sure that I am the right DJ for you. And
you really emphasize that part, that it has to be a good fit.
Exactly. Yes. To me, like especially on weddings and quinces, it's very important for you to know what you're doing, what you're getting yourself into, and knowing what, like, you're able to project what the outcome is going to be, because at the end of the day, it's your name, your business that is out there. And if you are in a limbo, you're going to look really bad, and that's going to, bad review if you get one. And two, a lot of people just going to start talking, and your business could be affected just because you wanted to take a gig, and hopefully marriage is hopefully once in a lifetime, and you don't want to fuck it up for them. It's a very special moment. And if you are a DJ, less like my instance, that does not play country, and you take the event, everything's paid off, everything is ready to go, and then you don't like ask questions or anything like that. You get to the event, or because I know there's DJs that don't ask for song requests for a song. They just show up and they play whatever they have. But if the event are more for like a country lovers, and I go without asking anything, and they want country, like I don't know country like that. Like like I said, I have a folder, but I don't know what's trending
Oh, like
because every time
five or six songs in it.
well, no, I actually I have like I want to say like maybe like 50 to 80 songs.
Oh, really? Damn.
I
Mine's
never
like
played
10
it.
songs.
I never played them. So
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, Ben. So you said right from your website. One thing I
mhm.
was thinking about is how you respond to a lead, right? So do you email everybody? Do you like text message everybody? Do you have
Uh,
or do you do it differently depending on how it came in?
so to me, you should never only reply one way. You should go 2 or 3 ways. So I first email, and then couple hours. Let's say if I email at 3, I'm texting at 6.
If they don't respond.
Yeah, if they don't respond, I'm texting at 6 o'clock. And
Mm,
I'll let you know, hey, my name is Diego from Las Rocas Entertainment, and I would like to discuss your inquiries about our business, or our DJ services. I did send you an email, so if you would like, you can reply to the email, or you can reply to me here, so we can set up some time and discuss further. Period. That's it.
nice. Yeah.
And yeah, so that's the second one, and the third one is you can call, but I don't do that. Excuse me. I don't like calling. I don't like calling. I honestly don't like talk. I hate talking on the phone. I rather
I think nowadays most people are like that. I first of all, I don't do that. I think that's a good idea. Is if you don't hear back, do the email and then do the text also. Because
Mhm.
then maybe they just don't check their email and then they have the text. Maybe they're more comfortable texting.
sometimes your email, it gets filtered out and goes to junk or
Yeah,
trash,
spam.
spam
Yeah,
too. So you have to make sure that like you have to keep your business in their mind.
yeah,
So within like those hours, I think it's perfect to in the same day get two different sorts of response. It's great,
yeah.
and most likely a text message they gonna reply to the text message faster than
Faster.
a email.
Yeah, and then yeah, I only call if they've called me. Because if people call me, then that tells me that they probably feel comfortable talking.
Mhm.
Then even though I don't like it, I'll call them because I'm like that's probably the way of communicating that they want to do. So I'll call them.
So what's funny? At least for me, I hate talking on the phone, but I don't mind video chatting. I can be on a video chat with you, no problem.
What?
But I
No
hate
way.
talking on the
Crazy.
phone. I don't know
Really?
why. Yes,
Yeah, that's weird.
I
I
don't.
can't explain because I'm to me it's like to me video chatting is more like more like phone is already kind of like personal, like more personal, and video chatting is like you see their face, you see their house and stuff. It's like more like invasive than talking on the phone. So it's like I'll do it, but like
Yeah.
usually it starts with a phone call.
But you can get or you can pick up a lot of things from them just by
Yeah,
looking at them.
yeah,
Just
no,
by
you can, but I'm
just by the
surprised
way they
you don't like.
react.
I'm surprised you don't like phone call, but you don't mind
Yeah,
video chat, though.
I don't. Yeah, I hate phone calls, bro.
That's
Like
funny.
I don't like talking on. I hate talking on. Like I don't call my mom. I don't call my dad. I don't call my wife. I don't call like they have to call me for me to answer. I won't call no. I hate talking on the phone. Text
That's
message, I can text you. I'm
yeah,
very
yeah,
quick at replying text messages. If you want a video chat, then that's fine. We can video chat because I feel like there is somewhat of a connection between
mm,
you and I when we are video chatting. But when you are talking on the phone, like you could be doing anything else and not paying attention to what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like I
Dang,
don't know.
what'd you do then growing up before text messaging and video chatting existed? That when you
Well,
had the days when you had to talk on the phone back in the day, landlines.
I wouldn't talk on the phone. I think
You'd be
literally
outside playing.
well, when I was younger, I lived in a like an apartment complex, So all my friends will
Yeah.
come out and we'll play outside. Like
Yeah,
phones were not a thing, anyways.
yeah.
And like we had landlines, but who am I gonna call? I ain't call nobody.
Call
So
your
we'll
friends.
play outside.
Talk on
And
the
then
phone. Anyway, yeah,
I got my first my cell phone. My first cell phone I got it when I was 19.
yeah.
So
And texting
you know,
existed.
yeah, and
Oh,
text
that's
it already.
interesting.
So
So
I
yeah,
never.
so basically to go back to the topic, yeah, I'll only call if they've called me. Like the first thing they did was call and like leave a voicemail, you know?
Yeah.
Or if it's something where it's like, hey, like, you know, if you have any questions, I'll say feel free to call me or text. If I'm texting them, feel free to call me or text me anytime at this number. And sometimes if they'll call me, I'm gonna start talking to them. But yeah, I won't like initiate, like if I get a lead through a website, or they email me and their numbers
Mhm.
there, I'm not gonna call them back. Although like maybe in a sales, maybe if there's someone here, you know, in a sales standpoint, it's probably everything happens faster. You can get all the information and stuff. But I just feel like if somebody's emailing you or they're texting you, that's probably the way that they want to communicate with you. You know, like so that's why they're doing it that way first. If they had a different preference, they probably would have done that first.
So well, okay, we'll like highlight that question for whenever Smiley or Jimmy or Jason they pop up, and we'll ask them how they do it.
Or maybe somebody, a
Somebody else,
newcomer. Yeah, if somebody's
whoever's
there
gonna
hiding right now. There's 3 people watching. Somebody in the comments. But yeah, no, but I like your idea of doing 2 ways, giving them a text and an email.
and
Um,
I also make sure that they know if you text me, you get a faster response than an email.
yeah, yeah,
I work from home, so my computer is always next to my work computer.
yeah,
So when I get a text message or I get an email, I have it right here. But I am quicker with my phone than I am with my emails and stuff because
yeah.
there's so many emails to read, and I don't read that
So
much
then,
of emails.
so then let me ask you this. Then let's say let's say you get they respond, right.
Uh-huh.
What's your goal? Are you trying? Do you ever book anybody like just from those texts, or then are you like, okay, let's set up a time to talk, and then after that is when you'll do like the booking?
If I know who I'm talking with, then I can book you like that. But if it's some like a cold lead,
Yeah, you'll yeah.
I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
meet with you. I do not want to take your money. I don't want to get hired by you, and I don't want to say yes to you if I don't feel comfortable that I am gonna be able to fulfill your needs. You know, again, this is I don't do this for money.
That you do
So,
that with a video chat or a phone call
yeah,
first, right? Yeah.
yeah. So I need to feel like their temperature. I need to know how they are, how they what their expectations. But just looking at them in the way they are, I can tell, okay, this is the type of people I can work with. You just don't it's saying yes to every single person, it's not the right way to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Or like a thing where somebody, I know some big companies, they have it like, you know, they have the deposit and stuff. You could like do it yourself.
yeah.
Oh, yo, Drizzy Dre, what's up, man?
Hey, Drizzy, how you doing?
He's listening, but he's setting up Halloween decorations. Dang, he's multitasking. We're the entertainment, man. We're the entertainment for his Halloween decorations right now.
Hey, Drizzy, I have a quick question for you, man. What, I forgot the question. What was the question that we highlighted?
No, that's what I think. He knows the question. He can't type right now because he's doing the Halloween decorations. But we were saying that. No, yeah, that was the question though. The question was something about. It was something about how if you get a lead, do you
Oh,
call them?
yeah, how do you use your Drizzy, if you when you follow up, do you use email and text, or do you try to call directly? Like,
Yeah,
what is your way of doing that?
yeah.
I'll be
That's basically what the question was.
yeah.
Something like that.
So to summarize, I replied to the email, wait about 3 hours, and then I send a text message if I don't receive an
But
email from.
your goal is to set up a talk, some kind of a
But
chat.
my goal is always to talk to them, to meet each other, talk to each other, and see if I am the best fit for you.
Yeah,
I feel like that gives them like an assurance Like if they don't know you and they just hire, they don't even know if you're a computer, if you're a hacker. Like it's
Yeah,
better if they see
that's
you.
why honestly it's sketchy too, because sometimes I'll get inquiries where the guy's like, all right, like this is our dates. I tell him the price. Like, oh yeah, sounds good. Send us over the contract. We'll sign it. I'm like let's have a conversation first. Like, no need. One time I had a guy like that. I was like, yo, I think this is fake. I just stopped responding to it, and then they never reached back out or anything.
That also happened to me just recently. So after I did the Korean barbecue grand opening thing, I got an email from this other company, and they were like, "Oh, we want to know how much will you charge for 3 hour event, blah blah." And I was like, "Okay, well, this is usually how much my base pay is for this type of event."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Okay, let me talk to my human resources, and I'll let you know." So he gets back to me. He's like, "Okay," they said, "Yeah, so can you just send me the contract?" And I was like, "Hold on, I, I would love to have a quick 15 minute chat with you guys to see if I am the best fit for your event." And then he just like ignore it, and then the next
Hmm.
day he was like, "So can you send me the contract?"
Hmm.
And I was like, again, could I would like to have a 15-20 minute uh meeting with you guys so we can get to know each other and see if I am the best fit for you, bro.
Then
Cricket.
nothing.
Yeah, and I was like, man, this nigga playing, bro. He is playing. I knew that by then he was some. I was like, nah,
Yeah.
he tripping.
But while you were saying that, they made me think. I've actually booked 2 events, but they were more like corporate events, and
Mhm.
both of them I didn't talk to the person, but they were very like it was. I was able to look up the company, and it was all legit. But that reminded me, I've done 2 events like that where it's just back and forth emails and stuff, and they both went well, but it was both of them were corporate jobs
But
only.
sometimes they use corporate names and they're not even like an employee. It
Yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
it has happened. So really say, hey, I text the lead as soon as I
Text.
can, and then develop natural conversation like the usual progressing to a
Yeah,
phone
I
call.
think text. That's what I need to start texting more. Because usually I do. I get when I get like inquiries from online, I email them back, but I won't always text people because I'm like I don't want it to seem like I'm too like oh now a top popped up. But if I email first and then do a text later, then I mean a lot of people if they write their phone number, then that means they're okay with being texted. So I like that idea. Both of you guys using the text
Yeah.
also
So again, I use since they reached out to me on email, I replied on email first, but
first.
then I
Yeah,
go to text. So
then
if they call me or they text me, then I'll obviously go directly to text.
yeah,
Or but see, sometimes when they call and I don't like I'm working or something, I let it go to voicemail, and then I text them. I don't call them. I don't call back. I text. Like
yeah.
I said,
Oh, if it goes to voice, you'll let it go to voicemail and you'll
I
text
let it
them.
go. Yeah, because sometimes I don't know who they are, and there's a lot of
Yeah, a lot of yeah, yeah,
scam
yeah, yeah.
likely.
But
So
yeah, if you don't know, but if you know it's them, then will you will you pick up or you still let it go to?
yeah, I mean, if I know it's them, I'll pick up. But if there's a number that it says
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. I do that.
okay,
Yeah, because there's so
listen,
much scam. There's so much spam
yeah,
texts and calls and stuff.
sometimes I'll be getting calls from like Russia. Like,
Yeah,
who
yeah,
the hell
yeah.
from Russia knows me?
Yeah,
Nobody knows
because
me.
if it's a client that's interested, they'll at least leave a voicemail like, "Hey, give me a call back" or whatever. If it's
Exactly.
actual
So
client.
when I get clients that leave voicemails, what I do is I text them. I don't call them first. I
Mm,
text them, and then
yeah,
if they say, "Can you call me at this time?" Then okay.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
won't. Oh, I don't know. It's just not.
You won't
It's
call.
not.
Yeah, I actually I did. I've been doing that too.
What's up,
I won't
Smiley?
call back. I'll text. I'll say, "Hey, sorry, I missed your call. If you want to, whenever you're free, give me a call." But yeah, Smiley, what's up, bro? Smiley, text and call back as quick as possible because clients have a list of people calling or emailing. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So Smiley's more comfortable with the call, but it's true. The second part is definitely true. It's clients, they're obviously looking at a bunch of different people. Like when you're getting the cold leads, right? So they're
Yeah.
obviously looking at they just picked you off of the web or something. So and even in general, like the people are. That's not always. they're just talking to you, right? They're talking to at least 3-4 other people.
Yeah,
So getting it back as quick as possible. And then yeah, I mean, if they've called you, then yeah, you could text them and be like, hey, I'm ready. If you want to, whenever you're free, give me a call. I'll pick up or something. Because then you have their number. I usually once I get the voicemail, I'll save their number in my phone so that if they call me again, I won't let it go to voicemail. It's a
already
spam.
know. Uh-huh.
But okay,
So,
let's talk about then what. Let's say you have the conversation, you give them your price. They're like, all right, like, thanks. I'm gonna get back to you. What do you do? What do you do after that?
well, after I talk to them and like they wanna go with me, or
Yeah,
they
or
want
like maybe they're like,
price.
okay, like yeah, I'm gonna talk to my wife or something. Like they don't say like, all right, I want to book you right now. Maybe they
Mhm.
say that. Maybe they're like, all right, send us your information, send us your invoice and the estimate, send us the contract, and I'm gonna think about it with my wife and think and then
Well,
get back to you.
first of all, I'm not sending you a contract if you're telling me you're gonna think about it.
So
I'll
you
send you
only
a
send
contract.
it. You only send it if they're like, all right, we're gonna book you right
Exactly.
now.
Yeah. Why would you send a contract if they're gonna think about it? No. If they tell you, okay, so what is the next step? Okay, well, the next step is for you to do send a lockdown fee, and once I receive that, I'll send you the contract. And if you're doing, let's say, it's a wedding, if you guys are doing your event by yourselves, then I can share with you guys a planification form that I've created that have, well, with everything that happens on a wedding, you guys put everything in there. You get pick and choose whatever you guys want to happen, and then you send it back to me. I work on the timeline with you guys. We have a couple of meetings. We talk about timeline, talk about music, and we go from there. But
Yeah.
if you are having a wedding coordinator or a day off, whatever, then I don't get in it. I'll just wait for them to send me whatever timeline they have. But I would like for you to share my contact information with them so they can reach out, and if they need anything from me, or if I need something from them, then I can reach them out. I can reach out to them. So I do it like that. But if they're gonna think about it, there's no need to send a contract.
All right, so let's do two scenarios then. Let's say you got somebody. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Smiley just did this. On my contract, I have pricing is subject to change if not booked by 12/31/24 for next year events.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So let's honor it.
got it. Yeah. So but Smiley, do you hold the date for them, or like, are you holding it until, like, do you have a certain time that you're holding the date until, or is it like, that they can't, they can only book it like for 3-4 days, and then they have to like request and make sure that it's still available with you before giving you the contract. And yeah, Fat Joe said, yeah, dude, yesterday's price is not today's price. Dude, even from like a week ago, like if a client reaches out to you like a month ago and then they're like they ghost you and they're like, oh, I actually want to book you again. I mean, it could have changed by then too. You don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, at least for me, if I tell you a price, it's for the year. So let's say if you're trying to book me, like I have already 3 or 4 weddings booked for next year in September.
Yeah.
But I'm giving them the price for this year.
Right.
But next year, when I go and revisit my prices, that's the prices that the new people are gonna be getting. So it's not like that.
Yeah. Then okay, Smiley said they don't know, you don't hold the date. They have to send a deposit to keep the price. Yeah, that makes sense. My worry, it hasn't happened to me yet, but if I send a contract to somebody and they just have it with them, and then I've already booked the date, and then they send me they're like like a week later they send me a contract. Oh, hey, we're booking this date, and I'm like, all right, oh sorry, it's already been booked, but it could create like that weird
and like in this scenario, let's say you talk to these people, whatever, they ask you to send the contract, and they gotta talk about it. When you send the contract, you already signed that contract.
No,
right?
I don't do it that way. So I actually, hey, if Drizzy's still listening, bro, shout out Drizzy. Because of that video you made with DocuSign, I started using that because I don't have HoneyBook yet. But on DocuSign, basically, it's like, it's electronically signature. So basically, it sends the contract to them. I don't sign it first. I make them sign it first and fill out their information.
Mhm.
And then it sends it back to me after they've signed it. And then I can sign it. And then it's all fully like executed.
Okay.
So I do it that way exactly because of this. Because let's say this is the other reason I like DocuSign, is because you can cancel their contract too. So then their link will expire and they won't be able to sign it. So let's say I get another booking, I can just go in and cancel that person's contract that I had sent like a week ago or whatever, if they never got back to me. And that way they can't sign it even if they wanted to. So yeah, shout out Drizzy. That's straight up from your video. I got that using that. But that's before I was worried if I sent a contract to somebody and then it was sitting there in their mailbox, they could sign it anytime and send it back and expect the date to be available for them.
Exactly. So the best thing is you give me the deposit or log down fee.
Yeah, otherwise the date.
Then you get a contract. You're not gonna get a contract if you're gonna think about it. And then
so what I'll say about that though, one time I was doing an event for this lawyer chick. Like the girl was a straight up lawyer, the bride. So she's like, all right, can I get a Word document of your contract so I can redline it? I was like, holy shit, what's about to happen? So she went through my contract and she picked out a bunch of stuff. But one of the things she had a problem with, like from a lawyer standpoint, was that she's like, I would never send a deposit before signing a contract. Like that's crazy. Basically, she wrote that, like in lawyers' terms. She said, I would always have a contract first and then send a deposit, because I'm not sending you money without like there being some sort of an agreement like in place first. So I used to do the same thing until that chick, she was crazy. And I didn't end up booking with her because she was crazy about so many other things. But the one thing I learned from that was, like, I guess in lawyer terms, it's like what you can write, and the way I do it now is do the contract, and then the client has 24 hours to submit a deposit. Otherwise, the whole thing is void. So basically, they give me the contract, and then they have to do the deposit within 24 hours. Otherwise, this contract doesn't apply anymore. And then the booking isn't real.
So what she said makes sense. You don't want to sign you don't want to send a payment without signing a contract.
Exactly.
And then so in that sense,
I'll save that girl in general. There's so much stuff with her. She was crazy. I'll save that for another time, maybe, if it comes up. But that was interesting. I learned that about just the way contracts and stuff work. But basically, it's like, you want to get both before you book it, but people might feel uncomfortable sending a deposit before signing a contract.
Okay. So I see where she comes from, but at the same time, I'm not gonna send a contract if I don't have anything secure. You need
both. You need both. So that's why. So let's say back to the question I said. So let's say you have a situation. Let's say you had a meeting with a client. They're like, okay, we're gonna think about it. We're gonna talk. We're talking to other DJs. All right, and then now it's been the next day. What do you do after that in terms of following up with those leads?
So I usually wait about 1 or 2 days, and I reach out again, and I say, hey, I just wanted follow up. I know that we spoke 2 days ago, and I wanted to see if you're still interested in our services, or something like that. I just following up.
How many times would you do that until you kind of leave them alone?
I will do it twice. So I'll do it like 2 days after. Then I'll wait like 5, so a week.
Yeah.
And if I don't hear anything from them in that one for like 3 more days, or another 5 days, then I send a final email saying that I'm closing. I am closing the file. Yeah, so I'm closing the file and whatever. So that's what I do. What do you do?
Yeah, okay, I'll say mine. Let me get Smiley's comment here. So Smiley did an Indian wedding Sunday. Oh, damn. Second day of the celebration. 4 cold sparks and dancing on the clouds. It looked dope. Another DJ. Damn, bro. Congrats, man. I don't know if that was your first one, but Indian weddings are big. You probably did the Sangeet night, right? It's what it sounds like. Or with the cold sparks, maybe it was even the reception. And dancing on the clouds. So that had to be the reception. or they're just doing a huge ass wedding. But nice, man. No, sounds like you did it big, and that's cool. You work with other Indian DJs. They'll if they liked you, bro. There's a lot of money to be made in Indian weddings. So
I need to get hit.
hopefully that went well. But like, let me say what I do. So yeah, like I'm in that phase with a few of these leads that I'm doing right now too. But it's like if I have that phone conversation with them, then I'll probably follow up with them. Like I'll send them a message after the conversation, like a text message.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's kind of telling to me, like if they don't respond to that, then I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. Like, they didn't respond. And then I'll send one more after that. And then if I still don't get a response, then I'll kind of, I don't know. Then I don't have like a formula. Then I'll be like, all right, if I really like the person, maybe I'll try again. But if I was like, whatever, I didn't really like them anyways, then I might not go more than that.
It's about that feeling that you have,
Yeah, right, exactly. But I think it's better from a business standpoint, right? If you're trying to run this like a business, doing this like, like it feels like this, that I think that's kind of counterproductive, because I'm like, I kind of get it also. I sometimes I feel like I get an ego about it too. I'm like, oh damn, like we had this whole conversation, this guy's ghosting me. Like I don't want to do that event anyways. I won't follow up with them, But I think from a business standpoint, it's probably a better idea to have it standard, like what you're doing. Like, okay, you give it 3 after whatever. It's like, what do you really lose by following up with them? You just find out you might get ghosted. It might hurt your ego a little bit. But I think it's better to have that kind of just do it a standard 2 times or 3 times and just keep it like that.
So to me, we're with regards to like the ego thing, I don't have an ego, and just because the fact that if they don't answer to me, they don't reply to me, in my head is, God knows, he doesn't want this for me. If it's for me, nobody's gonna take it. It's gonna be for me, period. That's how I see every single event. If it's for me and God wants it, it's gonna happen. If not, then it's not gonna happen, and something else is gonna come.
Then just don't follow up at all. Then no follow up.
No, wait, you still gotta do some.
No, that's why. I think it's a good idea to just keep it standard. Like 3 follow-ups and just keep it standard. Whatever the feeling was or whatever. Like, if it was a bad feeling, like you're like, I don't want to work with this person. Like you don't have to follow up with them at all. But it's like, hey, it was a good feeling, and just. And
I have not followed up with, I think, like 1 or 2 people, because like there was, I don't know.
Yeah, you're like, this isn't gonna work.
After the conversation, I'm like, oh, thank you very much. Well, if you guys decide to go with me, let me know. That's it. And I don't follow up.
No, I think probably the takeaway, and then like I'm gonna go out of order for Smiley's comments, because I feel you on that. I do another follow up, then I just don't want to be blowing them up. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is like, I think if you're spacing it out, like 1 day after, and then you do it, 2-3 days after, and then like you said, like 5 to 7 days after, I think that would probably be pretty reasonable. Like they probably wouldn't feel like you're blowing them up. So I'll probably take that from it. Like just keep it consistent. And
what's the worst that can happen? They say no. No, thank you. I don't want to know more.
If they're already gonna say no, they would already have said no.
They'll say, please stop reaching out, because it's gonna get to the point that they're fed up from your messages, right? So they'll tell you, please, stop calling me or stop texting me or whatever. Okay, once I hear that, it's done, and then move on.
I would say like like car dealerships, right? Like I went to a car dealership. This guy was literally texting me every day afterwards for like 3 weeks, and I was like, yo, like, and I wasn't responding either. So I would say don't do that. But if you give it a day, 2 to 3 days, and you do it 3 times, I think that's reasonable. And probably people wouldn't feel like you're blowing them up, or you're like coming across like a car salesman. If you're doing it
commission based. That's why.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for us too, it's like you make money off of it. So let me go back to Smiley's other comment.
We don't depend.
Yeah, we don't depend on it. But some businesses do. So if DJ businesses that do it, if you guys have your
perspective, like you and I.
Yeah.
We don't live out of it. So
let me see. Smiley says, yeah, first time definitely. That DJ did the party for them on Saturday. Sunday seemed to be formal, but everything definitely looked amazing. Oh wow! So that wasn't even like the party, and you had 4 sparklers and dancing on the clouds. That's pretty epic. Or not even the biggest part of the party. That's how these Indian weddings are, man. People, I can say it because I'm Indian, but Indian people are known to be cheap. But when it comes to weddings, bro, like they go all out.
But
They spend all the money they saved in every other part of their life. They spend it on the wedding, bro.
that's why they cheap, because everything is
We're
conducted
saving up for
to
the wedding.
a wedding. I mean, it's a 4 to 5
Yeah.
day wedding. Like, that's crazy.
And it's, dude, the guest counts are huge too. Like usually it's like 200 is a small Indian wedding. Indian weddings be 500. I've seen some. I've never done one, but I've seen some 1,000 people, bro. It's crazy, man. They go crazy. They invite everybody. But okay, now that was one side of the question. Then there's two ways, right? So let's say you had a client on the phone. They're like, all right, we want to book you. We want to do the deposit. Send us a contract and send us the like formal invoice, and we'll get back to you.
Mhm.
And then you have then they don't do it the night of that they say they're going to do it. How do you if you've had that situation? I've had that situation in this past week happen twice. So I want to know if you've had that situation. What do you do in terms of following up in that kind of a situation, or is it the same for you?
No, it's the same for me. If I don't receive anything that day, if I send it today and I don't receive anything today, I'll just wait 24 hours and be like, hello, I just wanted to follow up regarding the contract that I sent to you guys. Please let me know if anything, if you're okay with it. If so, please sign it and send it back to me so I can have it in records. And by that time, I probably already got the deposit anyways. So
Yeah.
once I get the deposit, I don't really like.
Yeah, once
I
you get
don't
the
really
deposit, you're like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't care about the contract. I got the money.
Yeah.
So.
Take your time, but hurry up.
Yeah.
Basically.
No, I had that once too where the bride sent the deposit for the wedding. I'm like, all right, I'm good. But it'd been months and I'm like, no contract. So I reach out to her, hey, like, can you just sign a contract just to make sure everything's we know all the details are on board and everything. But then she eventually did. But I'm like, hey, as long as you have the deposit, you're feeling good. You're holding the date. And then Smiley says, I'll give him about a day or two. People can forget if they get sidetracked.
Yeah. One time it happened to me that I sent a contract to the client. It was a wedding. They signed the contract, right? They sent it back to me, and it was like 6 months before the event. Like 2 or 3 weeks before the event, she reached out to me and she was like, "Hey, I just wanted to make sure that you're gonna show up to the event because we never signed a contract." And I'm like, yeah, we did. And she's like, we did? And I'm like,
Oh my
yeah. And
God.
then I sent her like the contract. She was like, yeah, here. And she was like, oh my God, I'm out of my head. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought we didn't sign a contract. And I was like, no, yeah,
They probably signed so many contracts and stuff that it's like,
there's so many things that are going on for them. Like, it's crazy to actually remember every single thing that they sign.
yeah, all the contracts they signed, they probably all like sound the same and stuff.
Yeah, and like the type of contract that you're signing. Some of them are like 6, 7, 8 pages long. Like, how long is your contract?
Yeah,
Mine is 2 pages. Yeah.
Mine's 3 pages, and then the 4th page is just the signature thing. And again, because Drizzy, you wrote, nice, glad to hear that helped. Yeah, dude, it definitely helped. I've been using that, and I'm planning on upgrading the HoneyBook, but I just put the link. Again, this was from Drizzy Dre's video, but this is for you guys, anyone interested. It's sign.dropbox.com, and there's a free version that you can use to like send contracts. And that way people can just do it like on their phone, and it looks more professional than like sending them a PDF and telling them to like, do it on Adobe or whatever like that.
Yeah, so Smiley says that his is 2 pages. So
yeah.
Mine is 3 pages, and just because the last page is just like, it says please note, and then there's a whole bunch of things like that like the things that I like. If someone is like someone is acting stupid towards the DJ, I can shut everything off and leave, and like those little things. So there's a full page on just that I need to be given a 10 by 10 space, and that I need to have like power source and all of that. So I do have one like the last page is that the first 2 is pretty much like all the information for the event, and like their signatures and stuff. So it's 3 pages.
Dude, this is another major key, dude. Chat GPT, dude, for contracts, or like if you need to add in little phrases, or you're like, oh, I needed to add in my contract, I needed to add like a media release, like, oh, like if pictures and videos will be taken and just used for promotional purposes, that kind of a thing. I had Chat GPT say, oh, type me up a phrase like this, and then I put that into my contract, and it sounds like super lawyer and sounds super professional. So this is not legal advice at all, and obviously neither is Chat GPT. But if anybody's like, just you're trying to get something in there, and you just want to, you don't have the funds right now for an actual attorney, then try it out and at your own risk.
It's a good guidance.
Yeah, good guidance.
So my contract. So excuse me. So my contract, the way I built mine was I went to this it was like so long ago, but before ChatGPT, there was no ChatGPT when I did my contract, when I started my contract. But I went to I guess I went to Google, and I went to like DJ contracts, and then there's this website for lawyers.
Yeah, I think mine is. I got mine the same way. Just the same one.
Yeah, and then I got that. I got like a sample.
Yeah, template.
Right? And then it was template, and it was and then I put all my information, and then at the end I got the whole contract, and then it said that I had to pay for it, and I was like, hell no! So I literally typed everything. It was like good.
Oh, you just like, copied it over?
Yeah, I copy and paste. I couldn't copy and paste. I had to type it literally because you wouldn't let me copy and paste. So I literally copy and pasted, and then as I was like proofreading and reading it again, I started like cutting things off to make it shorter because it was like 6 pages.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, man, no, I try to read that. Like I wouldn't even read that. So I started deleting a lot of stuff. Like I only kept things that I thought it was like important to me, and then it was gonna be important to the client. So I turned it into a 3-page thing. So
nice.
That's how I got it.
That's the way to do it in the beginning. And honestly, those, at least from what I've seen, and then obviously I had this one crazy chick that literally reviewed my contract as a lawyer. So I feel like I got a free consultation. But for the most part, that contract was all the stuff in there seemed to be like okay and intact. So I feel like, the main thing for us is like, you just want to set like the main stuff about, the timings, and then, liability stuff too, and as long as you have that stuff in there, it's like, that you don't really need that much detail in your contract.
Yeah, as long as you have something in paper that says how many hours you're going to work, where are you going, and, like who's paying and how much they're paying.
Yeah, exactly. Then they agree to that, you have their signature, then you're good. So no, I agree, dude. Yeah. And so, I mean, when it comes back to following up with leads, though, I think probably the morals of the story are reply fast, right? Reply quickly. How you reply is probably, it's a little up in the air. Maybe the answer is how they responded, but usually some way, by having a text in there and then trying to get to a phone call at some point.
Yeah, how to reach out to them. I guess to me, it really depends on how they reach out to you. If they reach out to you on website, obviously send an email. And then
when you follow up after you've met with them, and when you follow up, do you do text message all 3 times, or do you do like email?
No, I text message.
Text message,
because I want them to text message. I know that they're gonna see the text they're gonna see the text message faster than they're gonna see their email. So, and I emphasize that on every video chat that we have, or even in the first email that I sent. If you want to reach out to me, it'll be faster if you text me, because I'll get it quicker and I'll reply quicker. Here's my phone number. Please reach out to me if you have any questions.
Yeah.
And then that's what I do.
That's why sometimes I wait 5 minutes on purpose, so I don't think I'm chilling on my phone all day. Bro, sometimes I'll say, let's say I have like a plan that weekend. Like if I'm doing something, like I have a family plan, not a gig. I'll tell them, oh, sorry, I'm booked that weekend. Like, just to make it seem like I'm just, busier than I am. Or I'll say, like, if they try to call me on a Saturday, I'll be like, if it's Saturday night, I have plans, they're trying to set up a phone call, I'll say, oh, sorry, I have an event that night, but I'm actually just doing something with the family or something, just to make it seem like I'm so busy doing events.
Yo, you know what? You know sometimes what I do when they call me and be like, "Hey, are you available for this day?" I'll be like, "Oh, yeah, give me like 5 minutes. Let me check my calendar, bro. I
Yeah,
know I'm dry, bro, but I just go myself on mute and I just sit there and wait for like literally like 5 minutes and come back
just
like
rustling papers and shit.
yeah, and then I literally I'm like, well, you know what? It looks like that is the only day available I have for a month. So and then they're like, "Oh, great,
Dude,
let me have you." So
you don't even need the course, bro. You don't need the marketing courses and sales courses. You're good.
I just gotta,
You know how it goes.
just gotta lie.
You
You gotta
No,
fake it. You make
you're
it.
checking your calendar. You're just your calendar is free, but you're still checking it just to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever had a double book? Have you ever double booked by accident?
No, I never do it on accident, but I mean, I there's
You do it on
obviously
purpose?
no. I've never double booked ever.
Oh,
I'm like, it's not because I haven't had the opportunity to. So I gotta tell you too. It's not like I'm free every day, but I've had events. Someone inquires and I'm already booked for it, and then I'll have to recommend them. But I never by mistake, because as soon as even when I get a lead, like when I get a lead, I'll put it into my calendar because I'll think like, okay, like I tell them I'll hold the date for you obligation free for 3 days. I tell people that just to like,
yeah,
just while you think about it and stuff, I'll hold it. So I put it in my calendar anyways, and then that way, and I always check that calendar every time just to make sure.
yeah.
Because yeah, I
So
wouldn't want to get double booked.
for me, I don't do the holding. No, I tell them the day, as long as the day is available and somebody else doesn't come and gives me the deposit, the day is open for you.
Yeah,
That first come first serve, pretty much.
yeah,
That's all it is.
yeah. That I mean, that's yeah. Either way, I mean, it helps them get the deposit in faster. Like they
Yeah,
feel that urgency. Like, oh, okay, the date's open. Like anyone can come.
yeah. But especially when it's much easier to talk to someone that is like a warm lead because they already know how you work, what you do, how you perform. They know everything. So
Yeah, yeah,
they reaching out to you because they literally want you. They just gotta talk about those
yeah.
little gaps that they have with pricing or just little talks that the fiance's
Yeah,
gotta talk.
you don't have to like tell you don't have to try to sell yourself and try to
Yeah.
make it why they should go with you, which I'm not really good at anyways, but you don't have to
You know,
worry about that kind of stuff.
honestly, I've never till now, and hopefully never have to, but I've never had someone to ask me why should I book you? You
Yeah,
know,
I haven't had that question either.
I've
It's
never had that question. And if I ever get, I'll be like, why will you call me then?
you can see
Why will you call?
if you get the question, you can see how it goes. Let us know.
I'll be like, why do you call
Let
me
us know
then?
how it goes.
Are you
Yeah, I
just
don't know.
price hopping?
They would
Is that
say,
what?
I don't know, we saw you on Google.
Yeah, but before they call, they did they investigated you. They
Yeah, yeah.
went through all
They
your
look on
social
your
media
website
to
or
see what you
something.
can do, and obviously they're gonna they reach out. So why should I hire you? Well,
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had anyone ask that.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know how to answer that.
I'll just
Literally,
say like, hey, it's if you guys have a good feeling about me, then you should hire me or something. I'm pretty low key like that. I'm not trying to be like the sales. You should. I'm gonna give you the best this and best that, and like I don't know. I'm not. I'm
well,
not trying to like. If I have to convince you like that, then it's probably not a good fit.
every DJ is gonna say the same thing. Oh,
Yeah,
the event is gonna be tailored for you. Everything is tailored for you. We're gonna have several meetings. Uh, we're gonna play the music that you want us to play. We're gonna curate your music, and I'm gonna talk to you about specs of like all the stuff that we're gonna do on your event. We're on time. We do a contract. Like what literally differentiates you from every other DJ.
yeah. Let me just say like, just check my. That's why I like having social media, having content, because you could say just refer them. Hey, like, see, look at what I've done in the past, and if you like it, that's what you're gonna get, kind of a thing.
Exactly.
Hold
Yeah.
on, let me hit Smiley's comment here. He said he's not really been double booked, but he's booked photo booth and 360 booth for the same day. He dropped off the photo booth and went to run 360 booth in another town 45 minutes away from each other. Yeah, no, I think photo booth and 360 is like that kind of stuff is good because you just, at least for a photo booth, not 360, but you can just set it there and then you just got to get out of there. It's just about the setup. You don't actually have to be there.
But I feel like it's a different type of business. A 360 photo booth is different than a regular photo booth. It's a photo booth, but it's different. So like you and I, we're both DJs, but you're mainly for Indians, I'm mainly for Hispanics. So like it's different. It's never like a double. I don't feel like it's a double booking because it's like, to me, it's like two different businesses. Because you can run both at the same time. You don't have to be at a photo booth.
I think if you had to be at the same place, I mean, no, you can't do it. So then you're just screwed. You just have to tell one of the clients that, oh, I'm not going to be able to make it. Whatever you're going to have to say, you probably have to say some BS about why you can't make it, why you have to send somebody else, or why they need to hire somebody else.
Exactly. But for Smiley, he, lucky enough, he has a photo booth and a 360. The photo booth, it works by itself. The 360, you have to run it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I guess it can be run by itself too, but you want someone there.
Bro, I saw this reel on Instagram going around with some grandma. These two younger ladies were on the 360, and then you see like their grandma like walking over, and the 360 is spinning. It's from the 360's point of view, and she had no idea what was happening. So she walked up to it, and the 360 hit her, and she fell over, and the 360 kept recording.
And that's why you need someone there to like always be watching. But on the photo booth itself, it really is just a stand. You press the button and takes a picture. But the 360 has the arm that is rotating, and I'm telling you, in every single event, there's someone that either gets hit or almost gets hit. Like how not intelligent you have to be to know that thing is going around. Why are you getting so close to it? You're gonna get hit. And then a lot of people like exaggerate and they throw themselves on the ground. Like, okay, that thing is gonna hit you, but it's not gonna drop you. Like
you better make sure you have that in your contract too. Then shit, that's a liability right there.
Yeah,
people try to act like they're.
My company does not take care of stupidity.
I'll ask the lawyer client I had to give you some help on that one. How to word that properly.
Saturday.
Let's see. He said we have a wedding this Saturday. I mainly listen to Chicano/Mexican rap music. The couple hired us because the friend told him I know about that type of music since they want that at the party. Bro, that's the best, man. When it's like the music you like, and then that's what you're gonna play. Like that's like why you started DJing. You know what I mean? Like that's like you want to play.
Chicano rap is crazy.
I never heard specifically Chicano rap, but usually DJs on the East Coast don't know about Chicano rap music. Yeah, bro, that's gonna be a fun event then, because it's not like sometimes at events, right? You just play what the crowd wants to hear, but this time you get to play what you want to listen to. Oh yeah, I take advantage of doing the drop off on photo booth and use a digital backdrop. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's the thing, is like photo booth is like a set up, leave, come back, pick it up.
Yeah. 360. It's easy it's easy. Everyone knows how to use an iPad, or the interface is always pretty self-explanatory. Yeah. So yeah, I prefer that over the 360 for sure, because 360 sounds like it's you have to have somebody there, and then even on top of that, it's like you still there's all these people still trying to get hit by it.
Yeah, so even if you have the what's it called, stanchions? The things that go around,
sections, like the rope.
Yeah, the rope thing. Yeah. People still manage to get hit with the damn thing. Like, how do you do that? Like it's crazy. So
and it extends pretty far too. So it's like you have to block up a big area.
Yeah, so it is.
That's sick. Easiest 500 for a drop off for all day event. Yeah, that's dope. And the other thing is, the nice thing about these add-ons is, even if, let's say, like you don't get it like this, but let's say you're trying to cut a deal, or you're trying to like create a package for a client, instead of decreasing your overall price, you just say, oh, I'll bring my photo booth also, You could still book the event at the same price that you wanted, but they just feel like they still got a better value. But if your photo book's not booth, I mean, if your photo booth's not booked, then photo books not booths. If you're not booked, then you still take home the same amount of money at the end.
Yeah. That's a good way to good analogy. Put like not pushing it, but you adding it without losing.
Without losing money.
Already trying to charge. Because then people start seeing value, more value. Oh, he's giving me a photo booth for the 1,500, 1,500, 2,500 that I was already getting charged. So if it's put that in there, so that's a value of like 3,000 something. Like like they start doing like all that crazy math in their head.
And then you take home the same amount at the end of the day. So it's still nice for you. And then you set it and forget it. Throw it in for less, 250, 300.
Exactly. So it works. Especially the photo booth, like that one.
It's so easy to set and forget. You don't need to hire someone new or bring somebody with you. So it's a nice thing, kind of like lighting too. You can do the same thing with like lighting as well. Like I'll bring my whatever your moving heads are a little bit more involved, but you could be like, I'm gonna throw in the up lighting or something for you, something easy like that, like and keep it the same price rather than giving them $400.
You can say like instead of bringing 2 dance floor lightings, I'll bring 4, and then like that's what I do because I have the 2 wash effect hexes and then the 2 pros. So depends on like the package they use. I just take 2, but sometimes I'm like, if I like the client, I'm like, I'll just take all 4.
Yeah, just bring. I'll do that a lot. Maybe if they don't buy it, I'll just bring it because I'm like, I want it to look good in my pictures and stuff. So I'll just bring it.
Sometimes even like we like Pee-wee and I, we go with an idea. Once we get to the storage unit and we start taking everything out, I'm like, so should we do the full or we do half? And then people be like, let's just do full, bro. Let's go all the way. So we just like everything. So
nice. Smiley, this is another good strategy for uplighting. Increase your prices by $250 and then just make it seem like it's free. So basically just include the uplighting in the pricing as well.
$250 for uplighting.
No, like increase the price overall, but now it includes uplighting in it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, see,
that also helps. Yeah, that's a good way to do it too, because let's say someone wants a discount or something, you could be like, okay, I'll give you $100 off, but I'm gonna take away the uplighting or something, or like make it do something like that. Then they're like, oh no, we want to keep the uplighting. We'll rather just keep it at whatever price it was.
And there's a lot of people that don't know what uplighting is.
Yeah. How do you explain it to people?
It's the uplighting.
Yeah, like what do you have like a explanation, or do you just show pictures or something?
No, I just know it's what accents the walls.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It highlights the walls. It's like ambient lighting that you can use to accent like around the room or like specific areas. It's all. I also tell them it's all wireless. So if there's specific areas that you were trying to accent, it can be used for that too, and they usually get it.
Yeah, and then after that, and then once the party starts, we make it into like they all start doing the same thing.
Yeah,
kind of creates a light show.
Yeah, and then
do they care once they're at the party? Do they care what the lights do? No, they don't care. They don't even look at them. Yeah. But it gives a nice touch, nice ambient touch. So
I was thinking about doing this too. What Smiley's saying, but before and after pic. But none of my pics have looked like that good. That I'm like, I would feel convinced if I saw this. So I just need to get a good picture of before and after. I just feel like I don't have a good one yet, good enough to like be like, oh yeah, this is the one I want to send to people. But I've seen like other DJs have really good pictures like that. I almost feel like it's kind of like photoshopped a little bit, but I don't have like a good one enough, like a good enough one to do that.
Well, obviously, it has to be photoshopped. You have to like make it very impressive.
Yeah, it has to look like really good,
Exactly. Yeah. So
I don't know. Like, mine are like, all right, this looks like it doesn't look that because it's like dark in there too. So everything's like dark and the uplights are there. I'm like, not that convincing. I'll just let them imagine what it looks like.
Yeah, so like pictures are very helpful, but pictures are deceiving.
They have to be good. That's the thing. That if they're not good, if they're normal pictures, like just straight up like raw picture, maybe it's not, it might not be good enough to like have the impact that it might actually have in person.
Well, the reason, well, it also depends on how many uplights you're putting. If you're only doing 4, obviously there's no impact. There's not
Yeah.
really a huge impact. But if you're doing like a full salon, then and they see it, then yeah, there is a huge impact. Like it looks lit. It looks fire.
This is a good idea by Smiley. So you turn on the before picture, have the venue lights on, and just take it like that, like the regular venue lights, and then turn off the lights and turn on the up lights, and that shows a big difference. Yeah, that would show a big difference for sure.
Smiley, send us your pictures, man. We'll use that.
Or what you do is just take a picture with all the lights off. It's like a dark room, completely dark, and then turn with like it'll be a black picture, and then turn on the up lights. And they're like, oh, now look at the up lights without the up lights.
You can do that right now. Grab your phone, take a picture of black pants, and it's all dark. Like this is a black room.
And then your guests won't be able to see anything, and then turn down the up lights, and everything is pink and illuminated.
And then you tell the client, you see the difference?
No, we do 16.
Yeah, so
no, that's good, man. No, it's okay. So just to summarize though, because then I gotta go out for dinner or go eat dinner too, and like dinner time here. But basically, you try to get back to them fast, and try to get to a text or then a phone call, and then keep it standard. Don't get hurt feelings like me sometimes. Just keep it standard. Three follow-ups and space them out, and then let it go. And then if it doesn't come after that, just let it go.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know. I'm just I'm just very in my head. It's just like if it's for me, it's for me. You know, if God wants it to happen, it's gonna happen. Period. So that's why
don't take it personally. Like it's not like something like you did or some. It just wasn't a right fit, or just wasn't in the cards for you.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason. So if it doesn't happen with you, it's better.
That's
something else. When a door closes, another one opens. So that's how we have to see it, really.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
The sun shines for everyone. So
yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna apply these. Maybe some other people watching apply these ideas. And he says, Smiley says, my wife says, call it, say it's yours already. That's true. That's everything. Speak it into existence. You manifest it. You have that confidence. Before the meeting for sure, and then after the meeting, if it doesn't work out, just say like this wasn't right for me. It wasn't a good. Some like Diego said, one door closes, another one opens.
If it doesn't go, and he calls it, then he's gonna be like, oh, sorry, the wrong number. It was the wrong call.
That's what I said before. That's before the conversation. Then after the conversation, you got to switch it up if it doesn't work out.
Yeah,
maybe Smiley's never had. Maybe Smiley's always batting. He's batting 100. He's getting every single one. Now it doesn't happen. That doesn't happen for anybody, and you don't want it to happen, because if you're booking every event, that means something's probably. Maybe you got to increase your prices or something, because if you're booking every single event, that might be a problem too.
Yeah, I mean, either you're doing something right or you're really cheap.
Like, yeah, I thought it was normal to do a wedding for $100. I thought that was normal.
It's one of them too.
Yeah.
Man,
that was good. That was a good one, man.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna close up with this that I wrote here. So following up is not just like a chore that we have to do. It's an opportunity to build relationships and drive your business forward, because from there you start growing, you start getting more business with the following up. And just know, like, you always gotta keep a good vibe, high energy, keep your strategy sharp, like know what you're gonna do. Like me, or like Shay is gonna start doing it, I guess. Answer as soon as possible, the way they reach out to you, and then after that follow up with a text message or vice versa, however you want to do it. But just keep your strategies sharp, and keep on working on getting the most leads, and eventually you're gonna get into a habit that it's gonna turn into customers. So like right now, I want to say like my rate of turning my leads into customers, I want to say is like almost like 90%. Like
Oh,
literally every time I talk to someone, I book them. So um, I had like maybe like 2 or 3 times that I haven't, and that's it. But besides that, it's usually pretty consistent. But again, it's I only mainly I book because of word of mouth.
yeah,
So I've only had like three or four bookings from like people that never heard about me, like
yeah.
the
The
Korean
hot,
barbecue thing that I did, that I didn't put a video on, but I did a Korean grand opening. They got me from Google, and they never heard me play or anything like that. So I was able to book that and other events. But it essentially is just you know just hustle, work hard, and just know when. Also, you gotta know when to stop.
yeah, yeah.
That's it.
Now let's end on this.
Yo, DJ,
Smiley, Smiley's
uh,
asking us an important question here. What if Diddy asked y'all to DJ? Y'all
yo,
fall.
if the price is right, you know what I'm saying?
You gonna DJ in jail, bro? You better
Hey, if
bring.
the price is right, we good. Cause look, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do none of that, so I'm not gonna get intoxicated at all. So,
All right, you up, but make sure you bring this to the party though. He's gonna be looking out for that,
he's gonna have too many in there, too many.
bro. Make sure that's not the thumbnail for this next one, bro. We're gonna get YouTube is gonna demonetize. Not that we are monetized, but they're never gonna let us monetize if they see that.
I don't think I'll ever be monetized, bro. Almost every single gig look I have is like, what's it called? Like, I get a copyright
Yeah,
thing.
copyright strike.
Yeah,
We're gonna get more than a copy. The FBI is gonna be knocking on our door if you post
yeah.
that one.
I don't,
That's an important question by Smiley. Thank you for ending on that note. Am I following up? If I get an email from Diddy, then I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do what we talked about today. I'm gonna email back and then I'm gonna text the number and then I'm
see,
gonna
so
follow up 3 times.
okay, and then grab that baby oil thing that you got there and take it with you too.
I'll send. I'll video chat with him. Then I'll do the Diego. I'll video chat with the baby oil there, and then I'm good. I'll get the gig for sure.
Oh yeah, if it sees that baby oil, you get the gig. All right, wait.
Man, that's crazy, man. Getting crazy now.
Yeah, it
All right,
is.
man. Hey, we'll call it there though before it gets crazier. We'll call it there. For
All right,
Smiley
guys.
asked another question that
Thank you
good.
guys for showing love, commenting, and it was a great talk. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. I never say this, but I'm gonna say it today because I just remember. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that crap. So every time we upload another video, and every Thursday, as long as we can, we will be here talking. And everything that we do here is not scripted. That's why you see that we get off topic all the time. We just have an idea of what we want to talk about, and then we go at it. We do not have a script. We do not. It's not like we plan like throughout the week. No, we get here because we want it to be genuine. We don't want like things to be like like thought and all of that. So yeah,
Appreciate you, Drizzy.
yo, Drizzy, we,
Bro,
we
Drizzy,
gotta
your
get.
stuff was funny too, man. The last one wasn't funny. That was a nice gig log though, man. You worked through some crazy circumstances in that heat and the far away, like they were like 200 yards away from you, where the dance floor was. That was crazy.
Yo, we gotta get Drizzy in the episode, bro.
Yeah, bro. Let's get Drizzy on too, man. Drizzy, next Thursday or
Yeah,
whenever.
yeah,
Hit up Diego,
yeah. Send,
whenever
send me
Thursday works.
send me your email, man. I would love to have you here, and we actually get to talk to you. So if
Sure.
you can, you're welcome. And everybody else, you guys have a good one. I'm still waiting for Smiley. He don't be coming out. I don't know why he hiding.
Smiley's busy, man. He's got a lot of mixes to make, man.
make one live. I will speak. Make one.
All right,
All right,
we'll see y'all next
guys,
Thursday.
have a good one. Peace.
Bye. Peace.